Oh, we do have fun beside the seaside. Oh, we do have fun beside the sea. Hello and welcome to the studio where we paint away the stress of everyday life. So I've just finished a painting in the studio today, and I just wanted to do another one because I got some paint on my palette, as you can see below.
Hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time. And don't forget to click subscribe.
I've got a little bit of a mix mash of paint on my palette. So I got some vermilion red. You can use any red you want. I got some yellow. I got some Prussian blue, some black, some white. And that's basically what I'm going to work with today. And I thought, why not? Why waste paint? So I've actually got a little bit of homemade gesso there. You can find out how to make this if you go onto my YouTube channel. Go straight onto YouTube, type in Clive 5 Art in the search bar, and then you'll see my channel. And then just look for gesso, homemade gesso. There you go. And that's what I'm putting on this little bit of cardboard today. So I'm going to continue doing that, and all I'm going to do, I think, is just put a little bit of color with it, just to add a tonal wash to that bit of cardboard. There's cardboard, as you know. I love working with cardboard. I find that using cardboard, you will learn more about acrylic paint than what you would do if you were using it on any other thing. Now, that's just a personal opinion of mine. You might have other ideas, and if you do, please share them with me. Please leave a comment in the comment box below, and just share your ideas and what you do. I just squirted that with a little bit of moisture, that's like that, just to keep the paint wet and manageable. Yeah, but if you've got any ideas, if you think that your ideas work for you, then it's important that we share these things with everybody, because I'm just going to get a little bit of Prussian blue now. I think if we do that, get a little bit of Prussian blue. I'm doing this because it's going to save me doing the sky in a second. So just going to put a bit of Prussian blue. There we go, just like that. Just as a wash, tonal wash. Get a little bit more Prussian blue. I'm just going to darken the top of that off like that. I've picked up a little bit of black just into my brush. But that's okay, that's okay. Just gives it that, because Prussian blue tends to be a bit dark anyway. No, not always easy as that. And that's just gesso, homemade gesso, and a little bit of paint as a tonal wash, and that's basically my background done. That's basically my sky done. It really is. It is, yes. So I'm just going to let that dry and come back to that in just a second. Okay, so I'm going to get a rule, and I'm going to get a pencil, and I'm just going to put a line, maybe just like that. Bump, like that. There we go. So that's my horizon line. That is my horizon line. So let's get some paint now. Let's get Prussian blue and some white. Prussian blue and white. There you go, Prussian blue. Oops, I didn't need one in the black again. Prussian blue and white. Lovely, lovely colour. Just come across. Keeping that line as straight as possible. Use a bit of masking tape or painter's tape. You can paint up to a rule. Let me just show you. If you want to put a rule down there, like that. Make sure it's nice and tight against the board. Paint up against your rule, but you get paint on your rule. That's the only problem. And yeah, it's still a mess. So maybe painter's tape's the best. So let's just straighten that off. That wasn't an ideal example, but I have done that before. It's only because anyway, that'll do. Now I'm starting to worry too much. I don't normally worry. Maybe I'll straighten that for me. Let's get a little bit of white. Just in there like that. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Isn't that nice? I like that. I really do. I really do like that. So I'm just going to get a bit of this colour. I'm going to go very lightly again, just over the sky. Very, very flickety flick like that. Right, let's get some white. Blending that in. Just a little touch more on this blue. Let's get a little bit of, what can I have? A little bit of white, blue, white. No, it's too much. Let's get a little bit of, I want to darken that blue up a bit. That's it, a bit more blue. I just want a bit more blue. A little bit at a time, don't overdo. Always add little bits, always add, my advice to you is don't put black on. Like I just done again. I got the black too close to my blue, but that's okay. We'll just darken that sky off a touch anyway. Doesn't matter. Look, it's fine. That's fine. We'll live with that. We can live with that. We don't worry in the studio. Not with when you're painting with Clive. Clive's fine. Clive's cool about everything really. Somebody said to me the other day, "You're talking about yourself in the third person. That's quite weird." And did you know this is an actual sign of high intelligence? And somebody talks about themselves in the third person. Look it up on YouTube. It is actually a thing that is highly. You're showing a highly intelligence if you talk about yourself in the third person. So now, when you know that fact, you can get away with it. Even if you're not intelligent, you can just talk yourself. And you say, "Well, I know I'm intelligent because I seen it on YouTube." So, let's just dry that off. So I want to make a bit of orange now. So obviously yellow first. Let's get some yellow. And a little bit of this vermilion. You can use any red you want. It doesn't matter. I just got vermilion on the palette. So I'm just going to bring in some of this yellow in here like this. Do 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 do. And a little bit more red. Bringing that red down. There we go. As we come down to the foreground, let's add a little bit of white. I'm going to have a bit more white. And a bit more yellow. Now you could do, I would imagine, if you wanted to put a little bit of yellow ochre or burnt umber or something like that onto your palette, then you could do. And this would look really lovely. This would look really lovely if you did that. A little bit of burnt umber and yellow ochre would make a lovely colour. But I mean, I just want to use the colours up on the palette and come up with something like this. There you go, just like that. Get some of this yellow, it's orange again now. And again, basically just bringing in the same type of colours into this sky like that. Maybe just a bit more red here and there like this. Just a touch of water. Bit more red. I'm building up very, 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 very slowly. Dry brush. This is what I call a dry brush. There's very little paint on my brush now. And I'm just dragging that colour across like that. Just across like that. And now, hopefully, if I do this right, I might be able to get a little bit of white paint just across there. The sea area, these are little wavelets. There you go, little wavelets, wavelets. Just like this. Just put some little breakers in, maybe like that. There you go. Just a little bit like that. What we need to do now is just get a little brush. I'm just going to get some, this is the little purple I made with a little bit of vermilion and Prussian blue. Because what I want to do is just put in just a little shadow line like that. Just to edge this off a touch. We can put some shadows in. Just like that. There we go. Just a few shadows. Just to edge it off. Just a touch like that. Get some white on our brush. Damp brush. Just strengthen that sun like that. There you go. Nice bright sun. Another brightly coloured painting here today. And let's just get a little bit of this blue. No, I won't put blue in. I want to put a little bit of this yellow and white. Just a little bit of yellow and white. Brush that in, very dry. Just like that. A little bit of light. And what we could do now, is let's get this paint mixed up by here in a minute. So I'm using Prussian blue and some red, a nice purple colour, and we could put a little palm tree just coming off the side without actually painting a palm tree. You can just do the leaves, look, just on the side there like that. We could put another one just come in just down like that. There we go. It's just very effective. It is so effective. And you don't even have to paint, even have to paint a palm tree then. You just put a few leaves in, just like that. And you could be sitting here and there we go. What a fantastic scene that is. Very quick and easy. Give it a shot, see what you can come up with. And I love painting these quick type of painting, so that's cool. Thank you very much for joining me in the studio today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.